dealing with a female, covert, passive aggressive narcissist. Believe me, I've been there. I know what it's like. And in some ways, I feel like they're the most difficult ones to deal with. In some ways, I'm going to say kind of like the most dangerous ones, but more like just because they're the most stealth ones to deal with, almost like the smartest ones, because they seem like they're so nice. They seem like they're so kind. They just are really, really good at being under the radar when it comes to their narcissism. I know for me, we've dealt with one in our family. You know, my husband and I have had to deal with one in our family, a close member of our family. I've had to deal with one in a business setting myself. I've had to deal with this in a pretty personal way. So I'm telling you, not only in my law practice, but also in a personal way as well. So stay tuned for how to deal with this, delving deep into the tactics and mind games of a female covert passive aggressive narcissist today. All right, so if you're new here, I'm an attorney. I have dealt with narcissists over the last several years, over 2 decades. And I got into dealing with narcissists because I wanted to understand them in the courtroom. I wanted to deal with them and beat them in the courtroom. So I started really researching them so that I could beat them strategically, tactically. Then, I ended up with a narcissistic business partner, and a female, covert, passive aggressive, narcissistic business partner. And it literally almost took me to my knees. And I did not realize what I was dealing with until somebody said, "Hey, she's a female, covert, passive aggressive narcissist." And I was like, "What is that? Oh my gosh." And that's when I really started researching this stuff. And it is unbelievable because I thought a narcissist was a male misogynist bully who was a risk taker, who was somebody who threw their weight around, told everybody what to do, that type of a person who was boastful, bragging, impulsive. That's what I thought a narcissist was. I didn't realize that a narcissist could be a female. I kind of see it as almost like the clutching the pearls type sometimes. Oh my gosh, how could you possibly accuse me of that? That sort of thing. Sometimes I always see it as the clean hands person, the person who is really good at plausible deniability, keeping themselves out of the fray. But just under the radar, there's this rage, this jealousy. They're very good at sort of the double meaning things, saying things that you're like, what is that they just said? And you're not quite sure how to respond because the way they say it is there's like a little bit of a tone. How did I just take that? What did I just hear? They forget things, details that you think, did they really forget that? Or am I imagining this? They oftentimes play the victim. And so other people feel sorry for them. They triangulate a lot. They smear people. And they also pit people against each other in a very under the radar way. How it ends up sort of manifesting itself is this passive aggression. I'm not mad when they're very obviously mad, or silent treatment, or withholding. They withhold information, subtle manipulation. "Oh, I'll just do it myself, no problem." Or undermining. So they might say things like, "Are you sure you can handle that? It seems a little bit beyond your skills." Even more so. And by the way, if you're new here, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell. But even more so, they say phrases that are designed to manipulate, designed to control, to confuse, to disorient you, to leave you feeling insecure, leave you feeling isolated. These little patterns, these little cuts, and almost like, "Oh, that's a really interesting choice of blouse. It's perfect for your style." Was that a compliment? compliment? I don't know if they just gave me a compliment or not. Or that's a really good, steady job. It's perfect for someone like you. Again, you're not sure if they just gave you a compliment or not. It's like this underlying ulterior motive thing, and you're not sure if the person just gave you a compliment or not. Another thing that they might say is, you've lost so much weight and you look so much better than you did before. It's great how you're focusing on your hobbies. Not everybody needs a high powered job. It's like this double sort of thing where they're giving you a compliment, but they also are sort of putting you down at the same time. It's passive aggressive. If somebody questions them on it, they're like, what? I was just giving you a compliment. I really was just trying to give you a compliment. It seems benign at first glance, but it's really meant to undermine you. It's really meant to leave that seed of doubt and subtly belittle you. And so that as they're delivering it, they're just right on the border of that thing, so that if somebody questions it, they can go, what? I was just giving you a compliment. What are you talking about? And they're very, very good at that. And they're also very good at smearing people in terms of care. So how that might look is, oh, I'm really worried about Susie being so late so often lately at work. It's so unlike her. I just hope everything's okay at home. It's just that it's really starting to affect the team's morale. And I hope everything's okay at home. That sort of thing. And they act innocent about it. It's that passive aggression, that underlying thing. And so that's the kind of thing that you see with a covert narcissist. They're not in your face going, hey, look how great I am. Hey, that Mark dude, he's a loser. They don't do that. They're much smarter about that. And if you guys have seen this, I would love to know. Go, oh my God, yes, in the comments. I want to know if you've seen this in the comments, because it is the worst. It gives you this pit feeling in your stomach. You end up feeling sick. This is the kind of thing that makes you think that you're crazy. You feel like nobody else sees it because everybody else thinks that they're so nice. And so you don't want to say anything about it. And you wake up in the middle of the night, you're thinking about it, you're ruminating about it, and you're afraid to say anything because, oh my God, nobody else is going to believe you. But this is the kind of thing that they do. And their underlying strategy is to make you think that undermine you while everybody else thinks that they're so wonderful. They literally are just embedding these little belittling things in you to undermine you, to just to push you down a little bit, to get supply from you, to control you, to let you know that they are like making you feel less than, to assert themselves as making themselves feel superior over you. It's so maddening to say the least, but it's also over time really, really something that can do a number on you. This is why it is a type of narcissism that is something that you definitely cannot live with long term. It completely sucks your soul from you. So if you are dealing with this, for sure, you need support. You need somebody who understands this. If you're negotiating with a narcissist, get my free Crush My Negotiation Prep worksheet at winmynegotiation.com and join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung, for sure. Don't do this alone. You cannot do this alone. It's too difficult. Believe me, I know. I've been exactly where you are. Make sure that you get the help and support that you need, and take the time for yourself to get the strategies that you need so that you can move forward and get help. because it's not easy. I wrote about this in my book too, which is Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. If you like this video, make sure you like it, make sure you share it with others. The next video that I want you to watch is the top 5 mind games that narcissists play, because it goes hand in hand with what I was just talking about here in this video today, the top 5 mind games that narcissists play. Before you head on over there, make sure you have subscribed and hit that notification bell. Remember that today's a great day to start negotiating your best life. They only win if you give in. I'll see you in that next video. I'm Rebecca Zung, and I can't wait to see your transformation. I'll see you there.